Welcome to a MainelyDIY.com video.
Okay, today we're going to try to save some money by replacing fluorescent lights with LED bulb lights. Typical fluorescent bulb is 40 watts. The newer LED ones are in general 18 watts. So this one uses approximately 80 watts. And after we change it with the LEDs, we'll be down to 36 watts. So 36 is a lot lower than 80, and you probably end up with more light. You don't get all the blinking, slow starts in cold weather, all of the things that go wrong with the fluorescent bulb. The LED will be immediately on, quiet, bright, and that's what we want, and inexpensive. Let me show you how to open this. This is a typical Troffer fluorescent light. There's these little nubs right here that you pull down. When you pull, it releases. There's another one over here. And pull that one down, it releases. Sometimes there's bugs in here. You try to keep them clean. And that just hinges and hangs there. So there we have it. This one happens to have two bulbs in it, and they are 40 watts each. Yay. Some of them have 4 in them. Not a problem. We're just going to do typical 2 and just show you how easy this is to update and get rid of the old transformer. First thing that we did was make sure that the electrical power was off the breaker to this, and the switch is off, so there is no power. And we're going to pull these bulbs out first. Okay. There's 1 and 2. And then I get down and get these out of the way. Back now. Let's see, the bulbs are out. I believe the transformer is under this, so we had to figure out how to get this off. So what we do is we just squeeze. There's little tabs here, so you will just squeeze on both sides. This one has 2. Squeeze it. Squeeze that one. And it should come right off. Look at that. There's the transformer. There's all the wiring. I'm going to set this down on the side so I can work up here a little bit better. Now, the way this is set up is the fluorescent bulb uses power from both ends of the holders. And here's your house voltage coming in, the black and the white, the big ones. And this is the opposite end. You go to either end of the holders. So what we're going to do first is let's unwire things and get this transformer out of here. I'm going to cut the wires first. Get that out of the way. I'll leave some on that, and then I'm going to take that transformer out. Usually there's a little bolt that holds it, a little nut. There it is. Get the proper tool here. A nut driver. This just happens to be a 1/4 inch. You could leave this here if you want to. I don't like that. I like to get rid of them. There we go. And I forgot to undo my wire ties. I'll get that in just a moment. So I'm going to put this screw back up here. I don't know why, I just do that so it's a place to keep it. I might want to put something in there someday, who knows. So I leave that in place. Now let's take these wire nuts off. That was loose. There's the 2 wire nuts. And then we just pull these off. And transformer is off. And now the little transformer is going to be all gone. I'm not going to use that. That's a source of heat. It can get hot, catch on fire. It's a source of false starts for the ballast. I'm glad to get rid of it. So I'll be right back. We're going to wire this up now. What we're going to do is first we're going to strip all these wire ends so I can connect them. Just give me a second to pull those off. Let's see, I'm using a wire stripper. It's a little quicker than doing it other ways. This one, yeah. It's a pretty handy little tool. Nice little wire stripper. Okay, next what I'm going to do is separate these. Do a slightly different angle here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to separate the wires first, the red and the blue. You could have different colors. The colors don't really matter. I know that two go to this holder over here and the other two go to the holder over here. The wiring in the back side I don't care about because it's not being used. So what I'm going to do with my handy dandy voltmeter is to check a few things here. I'll set it to, let's see, AC first, and just prove to you that I did shut my power off. Just hold it up here to that to make sure that the power was off. See, I'm just proving it is off. I'm pretty sure it was off because I checked the breaker, I checked the light switch. It's off. But anyway, you can use this to check too before we cut all the wires. The other thing to do, well, you should have an electrician helping you on this if you don't feel comfortable, is to turn my meter to ohms or resistance. It's that funny Greek symbol that you have on a meter.
The upside down horseshoe?
The upside down horseshoe. Yep, that's a Greek symbol. So I'm going to check the resistance between the two blue wires. Let's see if I can do this so you can see it. I need a third hand. Okay, there's infinite resistance between those two, meaning it's open. So now what I'm going to do is hold one of these, one wire, and I'm going to check with my probe the holder and make sure that it goes to one of those, not both. So I'm going to put that up in here. Oh, look at that change. There's no resistance there. So it's connected to that side. I'll check the other side. There's nothing on the other side. Hey, how about that? So now if I check the opposite one to the other wire, I'm sure I will get a reading. We can do that just for fun because it's always fun playing with electricity. Then we check it. Look at that. No resistance. How about that? In that one there's infinite. So what I have just proved using my handy little ohm meter is that we have a direct tie from these two blue wires to the holder. And this new LED light, all you have to do is connect house voltage to one end of it. The hot and the negative terminals, which we have right here, will tie into this. Now the red is set up the same. I've already checked that. It's fine. So what I'm going to do is wire it into the house right now. So what we do is we take one of each. Doesn't matter which one. A blue and a red. And let's go with a black and a wire nut. What we do is we just line these up. We let the wire nut do the work for us. You take your wire nut, put over it, and you just tighten it up. Like that. And then you do the same thing with the other two and the wire nut. Line them up. There. Ooh, this one doesn't feel right. No. Let me redo the other one. I want it to bite. There it is. Okay, I'm coming back to finish putting this all back together now. I'm just going to put the pretty cover over it, protection. And put it on the same way in reverse. Okay, I just find those little grooves on both sides. Give it a squeeze. Yeah, looks just like the original. Now I have to go get my new bulbs, and I'm going to put the end that requires electricity on the end that I rewired because the other end is not connected to anything. So here we go. Okay, now I'm back. And we're going to go put the new bulbs in. As you can see, the power is on this side of these particular bulbs. All I have to do is get power to the two little pins on the end. That's it, and they're good to go. The other end of those fluorescent bulbs there's nothing. They're just holders. That's all they are. So I'm going to put them in and make sure the LED is facing down. So when they go in, they go like a 90, and then I rotate them as they go in. So well, let's see if I can do this holding too. Push that up. And rotate it. There. This one will be much easier since I only have one bulb to hold. Put that over there. Have it up 90 degrees. Turn it so it makes a connection, and we're done. I have just saved myself over 40 watts. How about that? 44 to be exact. We have the power on. I'm going to turn the light switch on and see what happens. Oh my goodness, it works. Let me come over and put the diffuser on. It'll be just like before. Look at that. Goes right up and goes in there. Get both of these. A little push, I'm all done. Alright, check us out on mainlydiy.com. We do all kinds of cool things.